Hey everyone, this is Mike,
Hey, and this is Josh.
and we are Real Dead. And today we're checking something out, something that we haven't done very often, but that is a YouTube movie. I would call it a fan film, but it's really not a fan of a movie. But it's this guy that's produced his own movie, and he's put it out there, and it's getting a lot of hype. Bloody Disgusting talked about it. Uh, People are raving about it. Josh and I both watched it. We have different opinions on it. But we're going to do a spoiler-free part and then spoilers here. So we'll cut it off here and let you know, stop at this point, and then we'll give both our ratings on it, what we think out of 10, and then we'll talk about a few spoilers. And, this won't be a real long video, but just talking about it a little bit. So the movie is called what, Josh?
You go ahead. I can't remember the name.
See, that's how bad that Josh. It's called Milk and Cereal.
That's what it's called.
Without the Cereal. So this is called Milk and Cereal.
No Rotten Tomato on it, Mike?
No, it's somebody made this, Josh. They put it out on YouTube, man. I mean, our videos don't have
they could
ratings yet either, Josh.
They could someday.
But it does have an IMDb rating of 6.7 out of 10.
Okay.
So IMDb has it scored. It's considered a horror thriller. I don't know if I'd count it horror. It's kind of right on that borderline.
I would say it's horror.
Okay. But
if you consider like Silence of the Lambs horror, then you should consider this horror.
Yeah, it's like a psychological thriller / horror movie.
Yeah.
It says a surprise birthday prank takes a turn for the worse when a popular social media duo must face the reality of a terrifying aftermath. So the director's Curry Barker. He also plays in the movie as Milk. And then it's also has Cooper Tomlinson, who plays Seven in it, and Adi Alvarado, she's in it as well. There's some other cast members here. I'll just show them real quick. But all these are part of his YouTube group called That's a Bad Idea. Mm-hmm. And their channel really does a lot of stuff on YouTube, but it's mostly jokes. Pranks. And it really is comedy skits. It's pranks, comedy skits.
Mike. Yeah, pranks. It's pranks, not jokes. It's not like they're telling jokes. They're just doing pranks on people.
They're not. It's not stand-up comedy, but some of them is not really pranks. Some of them's joke. They're like comedy skits.
Sure.
So yeah, it's called That's About Idea. And they got like 650,000 subscribers on their channel. This video's up to 570,000 views on YouTube, but I don't know synopsis wise how much more I can say, but something does go wrong in it with them playing these pranks, and it kind of has a few twists and turns. Josh, give your opinion on it.
Yeah, I would say
we're gonna have different opinions on it, but I think that's good.
I would say like the first 25 minutes, I was kind of bored with it, and I'm just being honest here. I know these guys made like you said, a short film, fan film. It's not really a fan film, but yeah, I was a little bored with it because it was like, this, that, like, got you. Like, I'm like, this stuff again, like, like, I don't know. It's just remind me of like lame YouTube videos, that I don't watch. But then it got interesting, I think it got interesting probably about like the 30-minute mark. In my opinion, it got interesting. I did enjoy that.
It's supposed to be found footage, but
found footage, which I do like. Not. I like found footage horror. I mean, Creep, that Bigfoot movie, Exist, was really good. There's a bunch of found footage horror, Blair Witch, that I really, really like. I do like
VHS movies.
Right. I do like it a lot, actually. So it's
Hell House series too.
Right. It's not that at all. It's not that. I would say it just goes on a little too long for me. Like, it's like, this now, and then this, and something like that. But I'd say it does get interesting, for sure. And I do enjoy some of that. So I'm just going to give my rating right now before we get into spoilers. We do 1 out of 10, and I'm going to give it a 5. I'll just give it a middle of the road.
Okay, I'm just messing with you. I knew you didn't like it as much as I did or my wife did.
Like I said, I don't think it's not a bad movie at all. Like, I think
Mhm.
it's good. And I think these guys, for what they had, the budget they had, what they did a great job. But parts of it just wasn't for me. You know, it just
Right.
wasn't. So that's all.
So
Not that I'm ragging on it.
right. Yeah, this movie to me, I was very invested early on. I didn't think it went 25 minutes. I mean, it builds up, but originally what I'm hearing as is this thing was 85 to 90 minutes and they cut it down to an hour and 2 minutes. Um, the pranks they were doing at the beginning remind me a lot of my growing up and the pranks that we did, and some of them was stupid and some of them got kind of mean. And then next thing you know, people were fighting and causing issues and stuff. So I fell for this. I'll have to wait and tell you a story on the spoilers on why I'm really invested in this movie, but it immediately caught me and my wife's attention because we've had something similar happen in this movie happen with us or somebody we know, and it was a bad situation. So let me just leave it at that. So long story short, I really like this. I thought it was a good found footage film. Does it make sense? Some places no. We'll talk about it some in the spoilers. But I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I was really, really drawn into this, and I want to watch it again. I mean,
Dang,
my
Mike.
wife.
Dang, Mike, according to your rating, you like this like 90% more than most of the movies you watched this year.
There's a lot of them. Night Swim, Trap, Cuckoo. I can go on another 3 or 4 movies I think this is better as. And let me tell you something. Blumhouse. I'm gonna call you Bloomhouse because you need to bloom. You need to take a lesson from these guys. $800 is all he spent on this movie, and they can write a better movie than Blumhouse can write a movie. Blumhouse sucks compared to what this one, in my opinion, on many of the movies they put out this year. But all
Yeah.
right, spoilers now, spoilers. And we won't go
Spoilers.
too long. We won't go too long on this. So, real quick, pranks that go bad. This involved a gun that was purchased right at the very beginning of it. And as soon as I saw that gun, I knew there was an issue. So I'm gonna tell you real quick my 30-second story on this.
And no way this is 30 seconds.
30 seconds, Josh. So here locally where I live within the next county, and I have family members that dated this one of these persons, but about 2 years ago, a young lady in our community was killed because somebody else took a gun, thought it was empty, and they were in high school, pointed a gun at somebody and pulled the trigger, and the bullet was still in there, and it killed them. So as soon as I saw this in this movie, I was like, "Oh no, this hits too close to home." I was afraid that my family would get upset. You know, my wife, and I was like, "This is too close to home here." But we were invested right off the bat because of our backstory. But you knew right off the bat somebody was going to get shot and killed probably because of the gun and the blanks. But the very beginning of this, Josh, I believe you kind of mentioned it. You're only seeing it from one point of view at the beginning, one point of found footage view. Then all of a sudden, the main guy, Milk, who is the serial killer,
Yep.
it comes out about 25, 30 minutes into it that he is the serial killer.
And that's when it got interesting to me.
And these two pranks, they were doing double pranks against each other.
Yep.
And then you got to see the other side of it. You know, like there's a creepy guy that comes to their door and he's in the downstairs living room. And then you're like, well, how'd this guy get in? And how's he still there? The door's locked. Where's he at? And then they show his point of view where he's looking up the stairs telling his buddy to, come down here. There's a guy down here. And they had made joking earlier about, man, that was a great story you did. And that what a great job. So I just was really engaged with this. I thought it was a great movie. I thought how he wrote it and you could see the different point of views intertwining with each other. One big thing I had problem-wise with this, and maybe it's in the longer version of the film, was when he shot him in his apartment complex, in his apartment, the police didn't show up. I mean, when you got a gun firing off an apartment complex, you would think a police officer would show up at the door saying, what's going on? Because not only, I think they shot it twice, at least once, maybe twice. And I was like, nobody shows up. Like nobody reported a gunshot, being that's nitpicky, but that was the big one for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, the other thing I didn't care for was it just kept going. Like, well, now I have to kill this person, or now I have to figure out how to kill this person. And I know that was kind of part of his plan because he wanted to kill people. He wanted people dead. and he went over that. You get to see everything that he did to plan this. But to me, it went on a little long. Yeah, I thought it was okay. Like I said, I watched it. I just put it on tonight because Mike was saying that I should check it out. So I was like, okay, I will. And I did. And like I said, I mean, I'm sticking with a 5 out of 10. Like I said, they did a great job with what they did. And like I said, I love found footage stuff. But for me, just all of it didn't land. And some of the things was just like, okay, well, this had to happen because of this, one of those type of deals. But I mean, I get it. But like you said, yes, it is better than some Blumhouse movies I've personally watched and spent money on. Went to the theater this year.
Yeah, and I think the full length version of this, I hope somebody picks this movie up and redoes it or does something with it. And you say the full length movie that's 85 minutes because maybe that puts a little more answers, a few more questions in there. I do think it was great that the guy turned around and put it out there free, and he's making money off the YouTube video.
Right.
I did see also that he had played in Sunny in Philadelphia.
Really?
So, yeah. So his acting career. He's originally from Mobile, Alabama, but he has been on that show before.
I don't reckon. I mean, I've watched every single episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's one of my favorite shows. It's great. I don't remember that guy, but it's probably just because he didn't have a big part.
He may have been in the background just walking by.
Right.
I don't know what he did. He may have been an extra.
I love that show. So, yeah, I'll have to go see what if it says an episode or what.
So tell us what you guys think. Tell you, it's free on YouTube. We'll put a link in here to it. That's a Bad Idea is the name of the YouTube channel, and this is called Milk and Cereal. It's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. Go check it out. Give us your opinion on it. If you don't like the found footage type film, you're not going to like this.
Yeah.
I promise you that. But Josh, you have a good one, man.
That's right. Okay,
hey,
guys.
Also, like, comment, and subscribe, and go follow us on Facebook.
That's right.
Sub to our channel.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Milk
or else.
Milk and
do it
cereal.
Or else, or I'm going to pour some water in your cereal.
Milk and cereal, Mike. Skim milk. Oh.
I've ate cereal before with just water because I didn't have no milk.
Oh.
Have a good one, Josh.
See ya. Bye.